Hopefully we won't drop. We're just doing a couple quick checks. All right. So, Lamuna says, hope you're doing well. Mike.
Yeah, I'm doing all right, other than I have a cold.
Okay. So, I want her flesh to be kind of pale.
And I hate Comcast.
Yes, Comcast is poo. All right, I have some ideas. I think I'm going to make this weird green. You can see on the back of this, it's like a pale greeny color. I feel like I need to mix a color is what I need to do. Because the color that I think I need might not exist. First, let's start with this. It's called Warm Bright Gray. It's actually like a really pale olivey green. Not even olive. It's just like a pale green. And I think it will help kind of give us that dead look I'm going for. Woo, that was a lot. We got a lot on there. So using Poelciertha Metallica, I think that's how I'm saying it. Yes, as my inspiration. Are you a insect or spider fan? Flushosaur. That is our inspiration. I don't remember how to say Poeciliothera. Oh, you saw it was a blue alien spawn. Yeah. Yes, it is alien spawn. There you go. All right, so we've got this color, and I'm gonna just throw on some, I think some umber, dark umber, maybe even some mahogany, because we want, this might be actually get better, because the mahogany has a little bit of red tone in it, which we can use for some shadows. If I can get the bottle to come, come on. Okay. Takes a little bit of, try this. There. Come on. Ooh, let's do that. That seems to work. I don't think I need a lot, so let's do that. All right, and I'm just gonna use this. No, I wanna get my nice brush. That one has paint on it. Look at that. That's just, give that a soak in the water. White. Somewhere I've got some of that Masterson soap. Of course, it's not right where I can find it. That would be wonderful, but no. Okay. No, I won't be using that brush then. Then let's pick out this one. Yes. Here's another 4804. This is a Raphael. That one does not have paint on it. Where's the unicorn? I know, where is the unicorn goo? It is like lost in my studio, which is really making me mad because I like it better than the Mastersons and I don't know where it is. So I'm going to mix this mahogany with this. Ooh, that is exactly the color I wanted. Can you guys see this? So, I don't know if you can see that. So we've got this greenish color with this, and it made sort of a dark brown skin tone colored. That's exactly what I want. So let's see. I'm gonna add some of this brown where it needs to be even darker, and then I'll wet blend in. Ooh, what is happening? I need to brighten everything up. Oh, I know why. When we restarted the stream, all of my camera settings restarted. So
No, they shouldn't have.
No, they always do.
That's weird. We didn't close OBS.
Well, either that or I just need to adjust then, because the brightness is not very good. Maybe it was good enough for gray, but not good enough for black. Okay. To exposure instead. Ooh, there we go. Now we gotta put the brightness down. This is the biggest bane of my existence, trying to fiddle with these camera settings. That and the stream quality. Watch a lot of tarantula channels? Oh, cool. You're absolutely terrified of them, but you find them super fascinating. That's awesome. Do they have personalities? I have geckos, so I know geckos have pretty... Oh, look at that. Look at how pretty that is. So I'm just going to quick get some paint on the model right now. This is my base coat for... And I'm just going to kind of push the dark into there as well. Or the lighter color later.
Celestial Source says, oh yes, very different temperaments.
Oh yeah? Really? Interesting. From spider to spider or species to species? Probably species to species for sure. All right. I need to take my glasses off so I can get a better look. Because her little bitty face is so small. I'm not being super careful right now because I'm going to go in with my airbrush, and all I need here is some of my... I don't know what I'm doing.
Lamuna said, from angry want to kill you to angry want to maim you.
Yeah, for sure. Oop, I just got some on the... I do want to try to keep my metal free from skin tone color. Okay. I'm going to use more mahogany back here on the shadows. And then grab a lighter color as I... Trying not to have too many brush strokes. That's my goal anyway. Let's use some more mahogany down in here.
Celestial Source says their favorite is called some Latin word, or OBT, orange baboon tarantula, or as everyone calls it, orange bitey thing.
Orange bitey thing. There's a couple channels that do isopods, which I would have never thought of, but apparently people like to collect isopods. And one of the cooler ones is called rubber ducky isopods. You need to look that up online because they are kind of amazing looking. I might need some more mahogany. All right, we're just getting, like I said, getting the dark spots laid in with some quick brush work. And I do think I do need some more paint on my palette because it's not cutting it. Let's get out more mahogany. It's gonna work. I think I need a pin to dig out. Oop, what was that? All right, here's a thing here. Sometimes this just gets clogged up. There we go. There's a piece of... See if that makes any difference. I don't think there's anything stuck in this. You bought a couple of 8404 brushes yesterday? Good. I like them.
Katie Long says, what up, yo?
Katie Long, hello. All right, this is still not coming out, and I don't know why. All right, let's try this. We're going to get it working. These bottle tops are not being my friend. Pain. This is what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to get a brush. From Angry to Rhinoculus marinus, I believe what that is. All right, let's try that. There we go. Now we're getting all kinds of paint on the palette. Much better. And it says the most famous is the movie Tarantula. Everyone instantly recognizes pretty laid back. Well, that makes sense. Now it's going to come out just fine all over my hands. Like I don't want it to. Hi, Mikolas. Hello. Thank you for the host. I'm going to jump down here real quick and grab paper towels on the floor. I installed a little paper towel holder under my desk, which is very handy because then I can just have a roll here and just tear off a sheet. What up, Katie Long? What have you been doing? Phones are evil. Phone putting spaces where they aren't supposed to be. All right, so things are drying. Things are not behaving. We might have to, add some of this. There we go. Now we got some nice taupe kind of, I love that color. Taupe colored color. And she does have some kind of weird spider pasties on her, but I'm not gonna paint those just yet. Right now I'm going to just paint over them and then we'll get the detail later. So okay. Naked girl. Mostly anyway. Not quite naked, not naked enough for Twitch. Thankfully, she's got enough covering that she's not nude, but it's still weird. How's my stream health now? Now I'm dropping again?
Yeah. Got a whole bunch of tabs open.
Don't I need some of them?
No.
I don't need Fanbot?
Fanbot can roll.
Oh. Let me close it. Okay. All right.
Also close.
I have this.
Oh, sorry, that's
for my.
Oh, you're.
Close it though. Okay. All right. Back to the painting. All right, let me look at this artwork here. It looks like her, yeah. Gonna get a little bit more light on the hand. Hopefully this will dry nice. And that's my hope. Mahogany. And I'm seeing I missed a whole bunch back here on this arm. I'm gonna need that mahogany back again. All right, how are you guys being able to see me okay? Cajun Mage, thank you for the sub. Yeah, Mike's about ready to kill Comcast. We keep thinking at first we have everything figured out and then we end up having to fix it again. And so we think it's Comcast.
Your phone.
And my phone? My phone's dead. There you go. Do the face one more time, get another coat on her face. All right, I've done a lot of wet blending. Some of that is going to be metal, but that's okay. If I paint it over it, that's fine. I just want to make sure that I don't miss any skin. I can always go back over that with metal, but if I miss it, it's going to be a big pain later. I believe that's it. Your ex worked for Comcast, even he says they suck. Aw. Let me write down Cajun Made before I forget real quick. That's a good place to set the model down too, because we've got our base coat. There we go. Monument paint tops can be problematic. It's a little laggy, yeah. We just shut down Chrome. We'll tab Ram Vampire. Yeah, it probably might have been. Seems like things are slightly better. A lot better. Okay, Fungaforge says everything got a lot better.
It's intermittent, so it's...
Yeah. Mike says try resetting the router. Everybody's giving advice.
Yeah. We got it, people.
We got it. I'm going to let Mike do all the fixing since he's here today. All right, so that's good. What I need to do now is we're going to figure out this top layer is going to probably be this green, but I don't want it to be... What do I need to do? This is a very cold white, basically. Whoa, what is happening with my brightness? Hold on, let me try this again. Okay. I'm going to do overhead. We're going to lower the brightness a little bit. Exposure. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. Okay, good. That seems better. Okay, well, let's look at them again. -6. To -7 and up the brightness because net gain. Oh, look at that. Right. Is that good? Okay. Maybe that will help. The neighborhood kids are stealing our internets. I don't think so, but all right, so this is drying. Here's what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to wait for it to dry. I'm going to use this as my dryer because there's nothing in it. I can just, ooh. Oh, I can't. I'm not Mike. All right, so what you saw was stuff spraying everywhere because it looks like there's still a little moisture in here. It's going to get covered, hopefully. Pixel Cruncher says there's an actual spider lady from, O2. Yeah, I heard about her. I haven't seen her yet. Actually, you know what, guys? I'm going to mute myself and I am going to hairdryer her because I want this to be dry. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to mute myself right here on the lab mic. All right, we're set. Okay, so that did a good job. We got things nice and dry. And now I'm gonna just, so I'm a little torn. I think I need to mix another color. Got this as an undercoat, this brown Brexayer. Is it Brexayer? Is that how I say it? Welcome, thank you for the follow. Huto. Nucho is the new spider one? Is it Huto or Nucho? Auto. Willow says, I think there should be elevator music playing while we watch. You tried the mini? That's funny. Maybe we'll have to figure out a scene for that. That would be cute. Right now, I have so many other things. All right, so I've got this green. I need to do something to it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mix more of this. Oh yeah, that actually will work. All right, so what I did was I just put more green on the palette with that brown, and I'm going to add that to my, put a little thinner in the cup. Like lint and all kinds of gross. There we go. Ooh, that might be too much. Pour a little bit of that out. All right, I just have a few drops in there, and now I'm just going to add this color and my brown to the cup. And we can get lighter later if we need to. And we got to put the mask on. What colors are these? These are the mahogany from Pro Krill. And the other color is the bright warm gray, which is really kind of, I call it green. It's really, and it does not show up well on camera. Can you guys see that a little bit? Yeah, that's better. It's kind of got a green tinge to it. And when I mixed it with that mahogany, it turned into a very light brown, almost like a tan skin tone. Okay. Now, it's a little watery. So what I need to do, I need to add more paint. When it's watery, add more paint. When it's, there we go. This, a little bit of this. Notice I'm adding it to the cup from the brush, not directly. And I found that you get less clogs when you do that. And that's what something Aaron Lovejoy taught me. All right, there we go. Now, I need to turn off the PSI so that it is much lower. Then it's all the way off. We're going to just turn it just a little bit. There we go. That's better. Much more control now. You've seen some people using airbrush thinner and some people using flow improver. I choose thinner because Julio Cabos taught me to use thinner, not flow improver. And I mostly use the scale colors, and that's the brand that he develops. So they're going to work best with his brand. All right, so I'm looking for my light source. Is going to be coming from the top here. Notice that I keep the model. I'm going to turn the model. I'm not going to turn the airbrush.
Rexay says that sometimes using airbrush thinner and some using flow improver. Why do you choose thinner?
I already answered that.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to talk to Comcast at the same time.
Oh. Okay. So see, we got some lighter, brighter color now. That is looking pretty good. I really like that. I don't want it to be too complicated. Let's go up here. We do have a line. I see a line, so I might have to... I take a risk when I spray closer. Oh, we're out of paint. Look at that. That's what I need. Let's do this. More paint. Más pintura. Oh.
Are you going for a zenithal highlighting effect, says Lustrosaur?
Not exactly. Because I just am trying to kind of have a rough light source, not zenithal. Zenithal is 12 o'clock up and down. I almost actually never use a straight up and down zenithal. Now, if you mean by highlighted over black, no, I'm not even doing that. I am just trying to kind of mimic this box art the best I can and get something kind of close to this. The most of the lighting won't come into play until later. I don't think. Right now I'm just trying to get some lights on here.
Evanston says they use flow improver because they live in a dry area and thinner dries paint on the top quicker.
Oh, that's interesting. I did not realize that.
Palos Apep is raiding with 10 people.
Whoa, thank you, Palos Pep. How are you doing? There we go. There's her face. Just going to try to hit some of these lights. There we go. Oh no! Did you guys see that? We'll have to pin that later. That gives us a chance to go in here and do a little brush work. I barely even touched that. I shouldn't have been holding on to the model like that though. Right? All right, now that looks good. Let's try adding just a smidge of green in here, just green without too much of that color, just a smidge. And this is the part where I'm not sure if this is going to go well or not. I'm going to put a tiny bit of this metallic medium in there too.
Sidway asked how you do the airbrush without them hearing it. It's like because of the settings we did.
Yeah, and because this airbrush is pretty quiet. Okay, so this is the metallic medium. I don't know how this is going to work. This is a test. Okay, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of thinner. Actually, I don't want thinner with that. I just want to spray it and see what happens. So we have to let the old color go through. See when it starts getting lighter. There we go. All right, so it's giving me a little bit of a speckle effect. I'm not sure if I can deal with that or not. Might have to turn up my PSI. That's better. Much better. I need a little bit more metallic medium in there. Just a smidge. A sub-assembly exactly slash a sword. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to mix this. And mix this together. Ooh, I kind of like that a lot. Mix a little bit of mahogany with that. Alright, we got something. We got something with this metal medium in here. Let's see how much I can add. Yeah, let's do a little bit of thinner. A tiny bit. So, might be too much. All right, let's see what happens. Higher PSI does help. Does it help? I don't know. I'm learning along with you. Let's see. We can always test on paper, and it looks like it is. Looks like it's a little better. We need to let that go through. Okay. Something. Pretty green right now. I like that. I like that. Okay, so you can't quite see it yet. I just added the first with that metal medium. Ooh, look at that. Did you see that little shine? I'm liking that. Just a tiny bit of that shine.
Agent Mage asked if the higher PSI helps fix the speckle effect.
I told him I didn't know about that.
Oh, okay. Shoshie loves metallic medium for what it can do, but I often found it increased the shade of whatever I mixed with it, made them a little more pastel sometimes, but it all depends on what one you're using.
Right, and this one we want that because we want to get her paler, but more in a way more like natural. But she's a cyborg, so we can have a little kind of a weird glisten to her skin that regular humans wouldn't have. I want her to feel alien. I want her to feel like the brightness on my thing is way too high, isn't it? This is good. I like how this is going. Yeah, and let's do her face. Perfect. All right, so that's looking pretty close to how I want it. Okay. I like it. Okay, that's good enough. Let's rinse this out. This is my water bottle. I'm going to rinse first and then get my, try to get as much rinsed and then put in my Badger spray through airbrush cleaner. You may try this one in an anime kit. I think it would look cool. So, just a little bit. You've got to be careful not to go overboard with the metallic medium. And I think it works. Let's turn the brightness down in a minute and let you guys see the effect of that. Whoop, sorry guys. Okay. Oops, I hear hissing from my airbrush. Get all that crusty. Now, little dump pot here. Paper towel. Quick question, did you finish, and are any pictures of Tinkerbell Bird from last week? I did not quite entirely finish her. I'm waiting to get some video coaching done with Matt Sexwish and Aaron Lovejoy because I want them to help me with the last parts of it on the Cricut and on the basing. So once I get some final photos, I'll put those out. But I did not actually finish her completely, and I probably won't be finishing her on stream. There we go. Let's get all that out. Oh, it's still got... Okay, let me pull the needle out again. That's the one thing about lighter colors is they tend to stick in your airbrush a lot more. Look at this. This is the first time I've ever almost run out of any kind of airbrush cleaner. This is awesome. But it's also because I'm airbrushing for the first time in like ages. There you go. Get that last bit out. I can still see pigment. Alright, I think it's good. Alright. All right, let's look at her. She looks awesome. Let's adjust the settings so you can see her a little better. No, actually, she looks pretty close. Looks good. Can you guys see how there's a little bit of a sheen to her? And I want that. Now, let's do this. Let's rinse our brush. And get another brush here. There we go, that's good. This is the Raphael 4808. I'm going to take my mask off for a second. My glasses were fogging up. Need to buy a garage kit and try it out. Yeah, try that. So I think the higher PSI does help. Oh, there's a little tiny bit of speckling. So now there's schmutz on my glasses. Schmutz. We don't have a schmutz counter at the moment, but I'll get working on that. All right, here is the part. I'm just going to take a little bit of this thinned out stuff here. Glasses are off. Watch me go ahead and put this color back in her, which is going to help make her feel more real and alive, especially because the skin is stretched right here. We want the skin to look more real wherever there's like some kind of break in the skin. Still a little bit on the dead side, but we can blend that. See where else. A little bit on her hands, because her hands are going to have a little bit more warmth. And I'm kind of just thinking about the anatomy of a woman here and just trying to think about, like, where would a little bit of color be if she were alive? That a little bit. I need some more of this thin. Better. Let's do a little bit of brown in the belly button. Mahogany. That's too dark. If it's too dark, there we go. Pick it back up. Let's do a little bit more mahogany back up in her head, going back down into shadows up here. Should have some deeper shadows right here under her chin. See what I mean about not quite doing zenithal highlighting? It's because of this. It's because we're adding in the shadows, and we're going to be painting in a lot of her highlights and shadows, and they're going to be more subtle because she is kind of an unusual model here. There we go. Right. Looking better. We just need some more shadows where it's interesting because you can tell that she was originally either 3D, I think she was originally 3D printed or sculpted, because she's got a very, very faint little lines on her. Very faint print lines. Ooh, that's really dark. So did you see me? I dipped my water back in the brush and then I blotted it to get the water back off so now I can push this around how I want it to. And I keep doing that to get the control of the paint. There we go. And I've got paper towel. All right, let's look at this side. That looks good. I think we can do a little bit of shading back here. Give me 1 second, I will look at chat. Mike's on Comcast, so he can't look at chat right this second. Okay. Then I'm feathering this back, down, away. Oh, ooh, did I just hear something?
I heard something crack.
I did too. This is a fragile model. I don't know what cracked though. I think it was, might have been just flipping against the toe. See how I kind of feather my brush to smooth out that hard line that I just painted there? That worked good. I'm blotting all the time. I'm pushing paint and smoothing things around, turning the model, not so much turning the brush. Right, now she's starting to look cool. I think at this point, look at that. Can I actually pin that in maybe? Might actually be able to pin that in. I'm not gonna worry about it yet though. And we can actually experiment on one piece without messing her up. So let's do that. That's actually exactly what I'm gonna do. So let's do the metal part of this. She's gorgeous, but with all the struggles, no way would I ever want to try that. I understand. I would not blame you. She's so fragile. It'd be a good idea to hot glue her base. Some kind of painting handle. I don't know. I guess, you know, if I had something handy, which I might, I would actually get her plinth. Let me check and see if I have a plinth handy. 1 second. I'll be right back. These might not work because this is all I got right now, but I can always order somebody. Okay, let's see that. Ooh, okay, so that size is going to work, but that plinth won't work. So, but you can see that's the exact right size. And this plinth won't work either because it is also not tall enough. These are nice plinths, but they're not going to work. All right, but now I know to get something exactly that size. All right, put this over here. All right, let's try it. Let's experiment with this guy. Let's do the metals first. Now, let's see. I got these Metal Smith acrylic metal paint mix ingredients. So, simple metal paint mixing process. So this here, Bakewell Metalsmith metal looking ore can be applied with a paintbrush or an airbrush. After applying, okay, let's do it with the paintbrush and see what happens. Instructions: add this metal look in a small, gradual amounts to give ore metal effect. Okay, and I've got the metal right here. Let's try. We gotta open that. Go Paint used to sell wonderful holder that worked for a largest size mini, but his shop has been closed for a while. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, so this is the Badger Silver in here, and I'm going to pour this. Let me shake that nice. Pour this into here. I wish I had some like condiment cups or something. That's so nice of you, Proto Maker.
I'm doing a test.
Oh, you're doing a test? What is the test for?
Just Comcast. They're gonna send somebody out because they said it sounds like maybe there's connection problems outside the house and stuff. So they're gonna send out a technician at some point to come check things out.
Oh.
But also, I thought I noticed the last lag spike hit when the raid happened, so I thought maybe the bot was doing stuff.
It could be.
So.
All right,
But
so
it didn't lag there when the bot did its thing, so
yeah.
tells me that it's not the bot.
Anyway, I'm just kind of putting on this metal color right now. This is the silver over black. So far so good. It looks pretty cool. And this sprays through an airbrush really well. This silver color. All right, so this, I'm thinking, let me look at my box art. Some of this is not supposed. Here, I will just do the whole thing and we'll paint the, does blue go well over silver? I think I'll just try to pick out the metal parts here. Well, attempt, right? Hey, Lady B Miniatures, how are you? Oh, I see what this one is. Yep, this whole part right here is going to be just kind of overbrushing it. We're just experimenting. I mean, the cool thing about this is it's not a commission, so I can do whatever I want, and that leads for a lot of experimenting. And I don't know if you guys know this, but it's harder to learn in a commission mindset because you kind of have a lot more risk, right? You don't want to mess up, and the client has a certain expectation. So that's why it's very important for commission painters to take time to do stuff on their own and experiment and play and just try stuff, because you can learn so much more during commissions, or during non-commissions, sorry. Okay. Yeah, Amberden likes to stay up late and watch sometimes. All right, let's get this under part. It's almost like dry brushing, but not quite. They call it over brushing, maybe. I'm not worried about the color just yet because I want to get the metal down. Once I get the metal down, I can go over with the flat paint. Well, that's not even supposed to be that color. That's all right. I just set it. Got back from seeing the, what? Oh, you went to the Hustler film. Okay, I didn't know what you were talking about. With Jennifer Lopez. That's right. Was it any good? It just wasn't interesting to me. I just was like, I don't think so. All right, let me set that down. You should just do a dilute ink over it. Why should I? Luminous. Why should I? Why are you saying should? You don't know what I'm going to do? Because it looks nice. We might, but I'm not ready for that. I want to do some other kinds of experimenting, because this is it's a acrylic metal paint mix ingredients. And so I want to use this next. If the cap is off of this. This might be the same thing, only better. Okay. It does appear to be a kind of a runny looking, yeah, it does look like it's going to do exactly what you're talking about, but it's, so we need to cover this more. All right, so I'm going to just brush this on and see what happens. It does appear to age the metal a little bit. Now what happens if I add the silver to it? Ooh, that's kind of cool. Then it becomes sort of a dark chrome. Like that too. I don't like that better, actually. The last place you look, well, yeah, exactly. Some more of this dark color on here. And it looks like when you brush just the straight dark color, it does kind of do what Lamunis was saying, where it does look nice. It's a little better than an ink, actually, because it still looks like metal. It doesn't look like ink. Mix a little bit of this together. All right, we're getting somewhere. Look at this. It's looking very kind of worn and ragged and aged. I like it. That is cool, isn't it? A little bit more with that metallic with it so we can get our little chrome color. You might need to hit the hairdryer with this. That's cool looking, huh? Oh wow, Lady B, you have a good night, okay? It is late over there, isn't it? Okay, I'm just gonna set that down for a second while I look at that. If I need to add anything over here. Pretty cool. That's really cool. That looks like metal, doesn't it? Looks like aged metal, and that's using the silver with, it's called Metalsmith Carbon Iron Ore. And it comes in different colors. It's got like bronze and copper and gold to mix with the different stuff. I don't want a steel blue look yet. I want this similar kind of dirty, weird, kind of organic. I don't want a blue metal just yet. I want that to be, I don't want that to be that color. Like that though. That's pretty dang cool.
Thanks, Buyos.
Can't get yourself used to trying the Badger Minotaur color oily discharge. I don't have that. I don't know what that is. I don't like the Minotaur paints that much, but these Metalsmith colors are very nice. They're very different. All right, so that's drying. Let me hit that with the hairdryer. Let me mute myself again, and I'll hair dry that. Oh, the ghost tint. Yeah, I don't like the ghost tints either. Any of the Minotaur paints are not my favorite, but I do like these Metalsmith. All right, I'm gonna bless you, Mike. Below says bless you.
Yes.
I think that dried it pretty well. Let's take a peek at this. Look at that. Looks metal, doesn't it? Creepy. And I think it's gonna go really well with her. And at this point, I don't want to do a pin wash just yet. I think I want to try some more of this color again and see what happens when I put this into the dark places here. What happens? Can I pin wash with this chrome effect or this metal ore? Does it do something? Does it dry shiny? I need to find out. I was experimenting here. And if that doesn't work, we can go back and look for some oil wash somewhere. I do think an oil wash would look good with this if this doesn't work. I do like that this is acrylic though. That's a bonus. This oil, even though if it's a wash, will take a long time to dry. This is nice. I like this. So, seems like it's working. Kind of reminds me of Nuln Oil. Nuln Oils, did I say it right? Nuln. Okay, that looks good. Do it in here. That up there. I like it. So now it makes me want to experiment with the actual Nuln Oil and see what happens. This seems to weather it and like keep it looking metallic, whereas I feel like the Nuln Oil almost mats it down so much that it doesn't read as metallic anymore. Okay, that was too much. All right, let's start trying to paint the blue. Attempting to paint the blue. Yeah, I know, we don't have the ranks anymore. All right, I'm looking at this piece, and this goes back behind. Okay, so there's really... I'm just looking at what's blue and what's not. Let's start... Let me look at my spider. Spider starts as black. Okay. So let's do the dark blue. I believe that there is a dark blue here. This is dark blue. And that will cover things, I think. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Perfect. That will give us a nice matte coat. Yeah, we don't have points anymore. I know. No more points. Because we had to upgrade the bot, and the bot
puked on itself.
Yeah, it said no more points. We forgot all your points. All right, do you see how careful I am? I'm just painting just where little holes. I want to make sure not to get paint inside them. And I'm trying to paint this very nice and smooth. So something I was teaching in my beginner class. So watch what I'm doing. See how I'm painting the edges, and then I can go fast in the middle. Right? Oh, I got paint in that little hole I don't want. Don't go too fast, I guess. That looks good so far. Let's see. I'm going to check my box art. Dum, dum, dum. Okay. Now this part. It's kind of tricky because it's kind of difficult to see where the metal starts and the blue ends. The metal is, or sorry, the blue is a little bit organic looking, so I'm kind of looking for that when I'm trying to find the spots. There we go. Okay, this part on the top, this little round thing is like an Aldar gem kind of thing. I'm gonna leave that silver. Ooh, come on, talk brush. Give me 1 second. Let me know if anybody's saying anything, Mike, because I am glasses off at the moment.
Emerald subscribed. Did you get that one?
No, I didn't.
Emerald subscribed to Twitch Prime.
Awesome. Give me 1 second. I will put that on my paper. Thank you so much for your subscription.
Amber says that we are now in a socialist, classless, and rankless society because there are no more points.
Oh, haha. Right.
Lesser Sora wants to know, you'll be aiming to make the blue metallic and shining too, like the tarantula.
I don't know. We'll just go with it and see. Does he look shiny? Kind of does. Mostly, I just wanted the colors, so let's go with it and see what happens. Let's see who, Merald or Mr. Ald, maybe Mr. Ald. Thank you so much for subscribing with your Twitch Prime. Mad love to you. Give some hype. We already did good. Welcome to your cubicle. Yes. All right, got that blue on there. A little bit more. Whoops, that's the wrong brush. That's not the brush I want. Also, the hype command seems to get choppy. I don't know what that means, Mike. What is?
I don't know either.
Model newbie, I don't know what you mean by
chunked a little bit.
Choppy. Oh, he is very reflective metallic. Oh, I didn't know that. All right, and then this sun is gonna be, okay, so we've got a piece right here. I'm painting my edges first. Go to the edge first, and then we can paint the center. I think it's much easier to paint flat over metallic than the other way around. I don't think painting metallic, well, I guess you can. I'm kind of glad we broke this piece off so I could see what are happening. This piece. Blue. There's a little wire down here. I want to keep that silver, and the rest I can paint around that blue. Good. Okay. I like how matte these are. All right, over here. Anyone else talking, Mike?
Talking about spider pictures.
I'll look in just a second. All right, that's pretty good, I think. And maybe, I don't think this was originally, let's get it anyway. Good. You guys know me, you know that I'm not so much used to painting sci-fi models, and like non-organic things are kind of a challenge for me. That's another reason why I wanted to do this, because I wanted the challenge. I wanted to see what would happen. What could I do with it? Could I make it interesting? All right, I guess. Let me look at this one more time. Good. I think that might be it. Wait, piece over here. Trying to think like a spider. Which piece is going to be carapace, and which piece is going to be which is going to be metal? All right, I'm gonna look at chat. Show some pretty close-ups. Oh, you can post a tarantula handling video of the species if you like. Woo! Probably not at the moment then. Yeah, you should get some Gunpla for me to paint. I love Gunpla. I think like a spider, all I would be thinking about is how to scare myself. All right, we got that done. This piece down here seems like it needs something. See if there's any pictures on the box. There's no pictures on the box. So I gotta guess what's over here. I'm gonna guess more carapace, I guess. You know what's interesting is that I cured myself of my spider phobia. I mean, I'm not 100% like if something surprises me, I'll still get spooked, but I don't get as afraid of spiders as I used to. And I think what I did was I just kind of talked myself out of them being bad. I started looking at them and I just changed my mind on what spiders mean in my head.
Shoshie sent you.
Okay, I'll look at it. Did you put it in the chat?
He didn't send it to me.
Oh, he didn't? Okay, I'll take a peek. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good right there. All right. So much that could be carapace, like this little knee piece. All right, let me look at your video. I'll just look real quick. Did I cure myself? I did not. Actually, I was already cured before I went to Australia. The best option is to go to Australia. I went to Australia and I saw some spiders, but you know what freaked me out more than the spiders is the ants. Ants crawled on Mike and got in the car, and that had me just like, that was terrible. All right, I'm gonna go. I need to open up Chrome to do this. What a pain. Hold on a second. See if I can go to Twitch. All these things. I might not be able to look at this video while we're online without killing my bandwidth. Okay. Alright, Slushosaur. Alright, I'm looking. Known as the Goody Spider. Oh, wait. Ooh, wow. Pretty. Big, though. I didn't expect it to be so big. Oh.
Alright, stop watching the video.
Okay.
I think there might be something wrong with your computer.
I 100% think there's something wrong with my computer. There has been for a long time. Okay, I'm gonna close Chrome again. I have a problem with the video card, I think. It's my opinion. Chrome kills stream. Yep.
Not just Chrome, it's
yeah,
video
but
watching.
it's
Which the same part of your processor does the encoding and decoding, but it still should not do that.
yeah. All right, so next I'm going to use some of this Tesla Blue. Actually, yeah. Tesla Blue is going to be next. Ooh, this hasn't been opened in a while. You have some spiders walking around your house. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we've got spiders in our window well, and we've got some in the house. Again, they don't bother me. If I don't get surprised by them, I'll leave them alone, because they can be helpful. They can get rid of other things. And again, that's what helped me get over my spider fear, was just thinking of them as helpers, not as, something that's going to bite me. Most of the time, they're more scared of you. All right, now I'm going to mix some of this Tesla Blue in here with a little water. See that bright Tesla? Because if I put the Tesla straight onto this, it might not look so good. So, or rather, if I had put it straight on the metal, it might not have worked. So far, so good. Kind of just over brushing it onto the highlights. Don't seem to need to blend super too much, because it seems like this Tesla Blue is a little bit of a, ooh, it's much more matte than the original though. Holy cow, it's very matte. So we might need to do a few coats, but I like that. And it doesn't dry the same, the same as it does. Oh, there we go. See? Now I'm kind of trying to think of this as an organic kind of carapace, so I'm just kind of doing that over brushing over stuff, just trying to hit highlights, kind of using the overhead reflection, the reflection of the overhead light on my model as my guide. Okay. You can see where the overhead reflection is, right here especially. So far, oh, look at how matte. That didn't work at all. It's almost too matte. Well, let's just work it and see what happens. Let's try this. I wasn't expecting that. We might have to switch paints. Some paints don't like to mix. All right, so this is the Mediterranean blue. It's a little bit more different color. Let's see what happens. This Tesla blue is very pigmented. It doesn't want to play nice. That's better. And let's mix a little bit of this blues together. All right, let me look at chat. I know you guys are talking to me. Fun watching your cat hunt fairy spiders. I never heard of a fairy spider. What is that? Yeah. Oh, it's choppy at times. If you had them, the Peridon blue contrast paint in Games Workshop over the silver would have been given a go. I don't have that. I don't have any Citadel paints except for the washes. And I'm okay with that because they're expensive. Ooh, I like this. This is working for me. Let me just thin it a little bit. Yeah, I knew it was going to take a few layers of stuff to work. This blue works real nice on top of this. Once I got out of that kind of like it needs to be perfect kind of mindset for this piece, I'm freeing myself up for a lot more experimentation, and it could end up, now it's going to go through an ugly stage, right? Because we don't know exactly what I'm doing. I don't really have a plan. I'm very organic with this process. And I don't, yeah, it's looking good. I'm pretty happy with that so far. Let's try this piece. Good. Let's put it next to the model. Oh, cool. Gonna be cool with that skin tone, huh? Now. It's very matte. It's very matte. That we can make work in our favor, though. Because I still have a third color to put on it, right? By the way, is anybody here by any chance going to Dragonfall Con? It is in Elmhurst, Illinois, and it's going to be in a few weeks, actually. And I'm teaching there. James Wapple is teaching there. Good, I like that. If you are going, let me know, because like I said, I've got classes. I'm trying to get them filled up. I'm also, unfortunately, I'm looking for some sponsorship for models because plans went awry and I did not get models as I expected it to. There we go. Okay, so that's looking good. I like that. Doesn't feel like carapace yet, does it? It needs something. Let's do this last color and then maybe we'll throw some, I don't know, we'll throw some Citadel wash or maybe some ink or something on top. All right, I like that color. Los Torpedoes, you have these at home? Oh, you have what? You're gonna have to tell me. You can send the link to one of the mods. Send it to Lemunis or Painting Cricks or Amberdon's on also. Yeah, blue wash over the top will help. I think so too. Something to kind of make it feel like it's not so matte. But All right, let's do some edge work. I don't know what's going to happen here. We're just going to kind of go around edges and see what happens with this. Not so sure about that. Might have to do another glaze. Blue on that. Let's do some. Sometimes when stuff is too, go 2 steps up, then go 1 step down. That's a little light. Oh, I like that. You know, and also, guys, blue, actually my least favorite color to paint. And it's, I just don't paint it very much. If you think about, oh, I really like that. Think about what you've seen me paint blue. It's not very many things, is it? Go under these little, there's some little holes here. I'm going to go ahead and highlight each spot under those. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And even though it might not be exactly like the spider, the colors are what we're kind of, the colors are what we're going for, maybe. More so. Very painterly. I like it. Like how that's looking. Let's do. Almost like a dry brush, but not quite. And I'm not used to painting machinery like this. I do like that though. That's pretty cool. Let's do some more dry brushy kind of look. Not exactly dry brushing, but. Did you get fast food?
Yeah, because I had to cook before stream. So.
Oh, okay. Better. Ooh, I like that. Now that's starting to feel more like a carapace now. What do you think? Let's put on. Feels more like something. I think once we get that. Oh, there's an Instagram link. Hold on, let's look. Yeah, I have trouble with blues blending too. Oh, that's so cool, Bulos. You have a, is that a huntsman in your house?
Nope. No.
Uh-huh. Yeah. By the way, it looks like I missed a couple followers. Is that today? Yes. Did we, I think is that how you say your name, and Max Styles Painting, and Marco 2790. If you're still watching, I apologize for that. Just thank you so much for following. And we got Brexart. Good. Okay. All right, I can hear my airbrush. I should probably turn that off in a second. Really cool. Yeah, it is a cool looking spider. All right. Let me get out. This is a little bit imperfect, but I've got another brush. Let's see. This is sort of a dry brush, and it's one of those. It's meant for Gundam. We'll try it. Not real quality. In that, what I mean is, it's kind of falling apart on me a little bit. Gonna hit. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh, that's cool looking. Ooh. So, really cool, right? All right, let's see what happens when we put some kind of wash on that. What color wash do you think we should use? Should we use the transparents from, or maybe some Drakenhof Nightshade? I've got Drakenhof Nightshade. I've got blue wash. What else do we have that could work? You guys tell me what you think I should try. What's this one? Really green shade, no. Did I finish the bird? I didn't finish her exactly. I'm waiting for some coaching so I can move on with her a little bit. Ooh, what about this one? This one's an unusual one. Nope, not a color. All right. Let's try, since we're experimenting, we could try both. Let's try this one first. This is the blue wash. Gotta get all the crust off the bottle top. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Nightshade? Everybody's saying nightshade. Okay. Well, let's do a little bit on each side. Okay. We'll do nightshade next. We were like nightshade because we know it'll work. Ooh, that's a pretty color though. Look at that. Can you guys see that? All right, let's put this on. Ah, that's pretty. Oh, pretty. Probably because you're more familiar. I know. That's what I was thinking too. And we can always do another airbrush coat. Let's do another piece with the Drakenhof. See what happens. Always got to shake it. Let's see what now this is, Drakenhof is duller. It is a little bit more indigo. And this one is a little bit more blue like the spider. I'm just going to do a little piece over here. And you tell me, oh, I kind of like that too. All right, what do you guys think? They're different. But the Drakenhof is definitely darker.
No problem, Calycindra.
Let's do the little pieces with the Drakenhof for now, and then we'll do the big pieces with the other one and see what happens. I do too. I prefer the other one as well. Yeah, this color is more true blue, whereas the Drakenhof, yeah, that brings it out, I think. This one is called Lovato Wash. I think it's called Lovato Wash. Where'd it go? And it always, like, stuff always disappears on my desk.
I'm shocked.
I know. It's probably right in front of me, too. Let me finish this before I get some tide lines. I do like that. I do like that a lot. And look at how it's drying nice, too. Look at the difference between those. And that's dark. That's like a darker color. All right, where's that Lovato wash? Here it is. Game color wash, Lovato Azul. Oh, Lovato must mean wash in Spanish. So Lovato wash is redundant. It's just wash, blue wash. I like that. New formula. Okay. Nightshade is much darker, less subtle. Yes. I feel like this kind of keeps our spider color more vivid. And gives us the same effect we want. Ooh, we never did paint that side. Okay. Right, I like. And now we can wait for that to dry a little bit. Now we look to see what some Nuln oil will do on. See if I got any Nuln oil. I am looking for that right now. Here it is.
W makes them applied over flat color.
Yeah. This is Nuln Oil. I'm going to put this on the metal parts. See if we can get some more. I can't get that open. There we go. By the way, Mike, you'd be very proud of me. Yesterday, I opened a pickle jar that was very difficult all by myself.
What?
Do you want to know how?
How?
I had to hit it against the countertop until it dented it enough that it like broke the seal. Because it was, I guess they're imported pickles from Germany.
Is that legal?
Yeah, they were at the grocery store.
Oh.
And yeah, so do this.
Don't worry, just gotta hit it harder.
I know. I tried everything. It was just not budging. And I was like, ugh, to like shamefully ask Mike to open these. And then I did it. Very proud. Gnome for the win. Yes. Gnome gives us some good contrast in here. I'm putting it in specific spots too. I'm like making sure. I just realized some of this might actually have lights on it, but that's okay. This part would definitely probably have lights, maybe. Let's get the gnome out of that. If you run, I did the hot water. I did it with the hot water, and I did with the cloth, and I did everything. And still didn't work, and I was very frustrated. So that's when I tried banging it on the counter, and that's actually what finally got it to work. I did everything. Pretty bright. I don't think I put any. I think I missed this whole side. They were definitely higher difficulty setting pickles for sure. Definitely. They were sealed to get to America. This mental image of Shoshie hulking out and banging the pickle jar on the counter. Yeah, it wasn't quite that bad, but this pickle jar was like this big too. So I'm like really like, and it didn't work. And I was like, yeah, me too. I'm glad I didn't have to use my man opener. Did you hear me?
What?
You didn't hear me.
No, I didn't.
I said I'm glad I didn't have to use my man opener.
Womp, womp, womp.
I love it. If you want the greasy if you want the greasy areas in the recesses, the metal joints, etc., try Agrax with a little gloss. No, I don't want greasy. I want it to be kind of matte. I think. If anything, I think I really need to get out my oils here in a second. I think I'm going to get out my oils. I have something that won't take long to dry. I have water-soluble oil paints. They're kind of crazy. You guys got to see these. I haven't gotten these out in a long time. Winsor Newton makes, they're called Alkalids, and it's a water mixable oil color. And we can try this with a little water. Let me get another one of these little things. I think Mike deserves extra hubby points for that joke. No, because me trolling him is part of the marriage.
That's putting it mildly. More importantly, what's part of the marriage is that she gets to tease me and give me a hard time and troll me, And I can't do it back, because if I do, then she just trolls me harder.
Yes. All right, I'm mixing a little water with my water mixable oil. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, something's going on. Wait. All right, there we go. Oh, it smells like oils a little bit, but it's not the same. All right. Okay. We are. That's why we need to stream together more. Oh, I like that. Okay. Do a little bit in here. Now we're getting some depth. What do you guys think? You like that? It's much better. There must be water mixed, maybe because there's still Nuln oil. Kind of being a little bit repellent. Okay, let me put a little bit more oil paint in my thing here. Because I think what I did was, there we go, that's more. All right, that just got oil paint all over the top of that. Trying to clean out the tines so that way things don't stick. There we go. Water. There we go. All right. Now there is some fumes to this. Got Mr. Hobby multi-black this. I've never heard of that. What is multi-black? Must have really been hanging for the pickles. Yes, I'm doing sort of that low carb thing, and so pickles are on that low carb plan. I can go ahead and have pickles. Hey-o. What, is that a joke? Are you being inappropriate? All right.
No, ma'am, I was appropriate.
Yeah. Now this brush, I probably should not have used a natural hairbrush. In fact, I'm going to stop and I'm going to rinse this out.
Did you see Darth Mullinex's comment?
Yeah, I asked him, I said, what is that?
It's a specialized oil wash that uses seed oil with a linseed oil solvent.
That's cool. All right,
it's a little more work than acrylic washes because it's back and forth, but it shades way better. IMHO.
Yeah. I'll have to give it a shot. Or you'll have to show me next time we do a video coaching. All right, here we got synthetic brush. Much better for, ooh, let's see, that's too much. So I put a little bit down, and if I get too much, I can kind of get the top off there. There we go. You kind of see what I'm doing. Put that down, and then I can wick off the top. As long as I'm getting some good contrast, I think we're on the right track. How long does the that linseed oil stuff take to dry? The nice thing about the water soluble is it's not, I mean, it's not too bad. It doesn't take too long to dry. All right, now we're at the point where I do need to hit this with the hairdryer and see if it does dry some. Just gonna try to get as much of this black out of my brush as I can. Okay. Put glasses back on. Do we lose music? We did. Let's do some of our play. Would having the playlist cause bandwidth issues?
What?
Would having my playlist cause bandwidth issues?
Your playlist?
Remember my play?
Music?
Yeah. Okay. Let me do that then.
Right away.
Okay. Second, I'm going to pull that up. Some of that.
Breath Malone says, same as acrylics. It's meant for Gundams. You can get it at Spray Gunner, but next level painting turn onto it. Once you in Sinner001 wants to know, once you choose your first color, how you decide the rest of the palette.
Well, so what we did was we got a reference and we said, okay, we kind of want to have this color palette, and that's where I went from there. So even though we're not going 100% for this spider look, I definitely wanted to use the visuals of these colors to, you know, work with what I'm doing. And then I can that's my jumping off point. May also add a little bit of blue wash to that black. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I think I need to dry this first. So let me go ahead and hit this with the dryer. Give me 1 second. I'm going to mute. Hold on. All right, now things aren't 100% dry, but they're much more dry. Now I can actually do some highlighting on this. And I cannot decide. I think I want to do it with that metallic medium that I had for my little ding highlights. Let's find that. Here it is. Look at how bright that is. It's like a pure white. That'll look amazing on this dark metal. All right, got a brush. Is that the brush that originally had paint on it? All right. And I managed to stick my dry brush right into the blue paint too. This brush is impossible because all the bristles, like, you can't really dry brush with it because all the bristles get shoved down into the ferrule and then paint gets on it, in it. All right, let's try. Let's try this metallic medium. It's like a white metal. We've got glasses off. Let's find a spot back here. Let's do here. So I'm looking at it. I'm looking at where the overhead light is giving me reflections. And that's where I'm going to put my white metal reflections. So you're not going to be subtle at first, but it's going to make everything look more contrast. Did we have something? We had a subscriber. Woo! Alex Kingle, is that right? Thank you so much for the subscription. Where's my pen? Here it is. Thank you so much. Let's write you down. Appreciate everybody who is here. Anyone who subscribes, appreciate you as well. Thank you so much. I mean, like, really. I don't get very much in subscriptions from Twitch. I figured out based on the hours that I stream. Oh, I mixed Lost Torpedoes. Oh, okay, I'll get him too. But based on the hours that I stream, I make about $8.98 an hour with the subscriptions. So it's not significant. So every little bit you guys do, it means a lot to me.
Well, another thing too, the part of the reason you do streaming is so that people know that you're out there and doing work. So
Yeah.
the other way people can support you too, hire you for commissions.
Yes, please. Yes. That is like the number one way that you can help me, is to hire me to do commissions. Okay, low store. Why doesn't it spell that? Low store ketos. There we go.
Or refer people to her.
Yeah, refer people to me. I know you got friends, and all gamers are only 2 or 3 degrees of separation. Everybody knows somebody that needs something painted, right? Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. See how that's starting to pop and just get these little edges on places? Good. See, that makes everything really, really pop. Okay. Good, good, good. Let's get this leg down here. It definitely doesn't look like resin now, does it? Mechanical hardware. I'm an artiste, not a spelling bee. Oh yes, sorry. My pleasure. I thought your adding blue to the black wash was a great idea. Oh yeah, definitely. That was a good idea. You're gonna mix the metallic medium with the blue for highlights on the carapace, or leave it matte? If I, that's a good question. That's a good, let's try adding it with this wash first. Where'd it go? Not that one, this one. Let's go matte blue medium with this. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. I think if I'm gonna do it though, I don't know. What do you think? Tell me. Got a little bit of blue on top of that. I'm not so sure. Not so sure. I don't know what I think. I don't know what I think. Let's add some of this with blue paint and see what happens instead. Ooh, that's better. Better. What do you guys think? Metal or no? I don't mind it. Okay, I'm gonna go with it. Let's go with it, because I think it's going somewhere. It's interesting looking, isn't it? That's the point, is that we don't have to go spider if it's interesting. We want interesting. Kind of like that. Actually, I like that a lot. All right, let me get my. You love the pearlescent? I do too. It's kind of, it's interesting, isn't it? Like I said. Do some just pearl on some of these little doodads. Happens. Okay, good. Ooh, ooh. Not bad. That's really cool looking, isn't it? Wouldn't that make some cool kind of Eldar effect? Kind of makes me want to paint some Eldar. All right, let's see what it looks like with the model, because that's where it matters the most. I kind of like it. I'm digging it. Okay. Let's do it over here. Oops, too much. Back there with the blue. Oop. Go back and forth with it, don't I? Oh, I like that. All right. It's like it's not sure whether it's blue or whether it's metallic or whether it's both. So it's just going to be this weird in between, which is cool because she's weird in between herself, isn't she? It also kind of feels more weathered a little bit, isn't it? It feels more. Do some. Oh, we can't do that over there.
Silvernail says not spiky enough for Dark Eldar.
Yeah, you're right. It's not Dark Eldar. What about regular Eldar? Does that work? Yeah, let's make these really sharp. Okay, I feel like there's something missing. I feel like I need some kinds of red, maybe back into the burgundy. Let's go back into the burgundy and pull it all together, maybe. What happens when we mix this blue with this burgundy is you get some more depth in shadows. And again, that red is making that feel. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Feels alive. That feels cool. That is cool. All right, let me put my glasses on because this is hard to see. Yeah, it needs contrast. I like that. Okay. Definitely needed that burgundy. Just in some spots. Do this burgundy and this blue mixed together. So what was it? Last night, Mike and I went to a bar that's here in town called Poor Brothers. And it's a really cool place where you get to kind of pour your own beer, and it's almost like you get this complete beer tasting experience. Very, oh, I love that burgundy. That's what it needed on the edges. Anyway, it's really cool, and they have board game night on the first Tuesday of the month. So we saw a lot of people who we kind of like see at the game stores there, which is kind of cool. And then we got to play some board games. Lotus was the game we played, yeah. And we also played pinball. They had a Star Wars pinball. I guess pinball is making a big comeback with the younger people, and so I mean with anybody, but I mean it's really getting popular with younger people, which is cool because like we grew up with that, you know. You know what's not made a comeback though? Putting a quarter on the machine to let people know that you want to play next. I don't know why, but that's not a thing. And they don't do that. Instead, somebody will literally hog the game and not let you play it. And I'm like, wow. I guess you just have to tell people, hey man, I want to play next. All right, tell me what you think. This burgundy is I'm really liking this. I'm at this point I'm going very painterly because I feel like if I tried to make this super smooth, it wouldn't look good. So better to go all the way crazy. Has anybody here played some pinball recently? Love me some pinball? Just tell people. Burgundy's perfect. Good. Yeah, and never more grateful for a piece falling off a model. That's true. We figured we did a lot of experimenting. That's why I encourage you not to like freak out when accidents happen, because that can really make a model. Look at that. How crazy that is. Now let's see what happens when we start adding this to her. Let's look at her box art again. Kind of got weird feet. I don't know what to do about her feet. Oh, she's got something across her face too. Look at that stripe. Let's see if I can fix it. See? What I love about acrylics. Okay. So we played Star Wars. Mike didn't care for it as much as there's a Kiss pinball as well. I think we both.
Love Gun.
What's that? What is that?
It's a Kiss song.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's do this. I need to add this to that same black color that I had this. We're gonna make some. There's a place called the Game Preserve that has a huge room of classic arcade games and about 50 pinball. $10 you can play here in Houston. Yeah, so Illinois, I guess, is the home of several, at least one or two pinball manufacturers that are very famous. And so there's a lot of pinball machines. I'm just going to dry brush over this bit a little bit so I can keep some of my darks, because now that I know that I want those there, I'm going to add a little bit of this stuff. Anyway, my point was, we live in a university town near some pinball machine manufacturers, so there's kind of always been a lot of pinball here. But even now there's like a whole like pinball league that you can join. I think that's pretty awesome. I'm not competitive enough to join a league. I just want to play, you know, try different games. The one I really liked, which I don't even know if it's around anymore, but it was like a Elvira one that was really fun. You guys remember that? Uh-oh, I just realized there's part of her legs not painted down there. Look at how that metal looks against her skin. It's awesome. Let's do this dark metal here in her leg crevice, whatever this is. Ah, that looks amazing. Okay. Good. So what I was doing was kind of brushing the silver on first and then weathering it a bit with the next color, which is this black color over the top. Yeah. Has anyone ever played Lotus? Or is there any other board games that we should try to play? This, I mean, basically one of the game stores here in town was hosting the board game night at the bar, which is kind of cool. So they have so many different kinds of games already that they bring. We probably just need to ask them if there's something we should try. We don't really buy that many board games anymore because Kingdom Death is so expensive, but that became our main one. Would you say that's true? Oh, look at this colors. Look at this colors. I kind of don't want to make this part of her blue. I don't want to keep this part of her that's kind of cool. Ooh. So, I love that. Tell me what they're saying, Mike.
Pleasure Store said for Halloween we should try Betrayal of the House on the Hill. We played that.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun one, though. Very fun.
Alex Kingle was looking at Lotus online a while back, but never ended up getting it. It seems like a pretty neat. Alex Kingle basically only plays Kingdom Death and D. LOL.
I understand that feel.
Darth Milonex wants to know what game mechanic you like, which you're not a mechanics person.
I'm not. I'm not. I like to just see what happens. That's. I mean, what?
Go on.
What do you mean? In Kingdom Death, I like just seeing what happens. We recently played against the Kingsman, and that's a pretty tough boss. And we played a level 2 because it was that time of the Lantern year that we had to go against him at a higher level. Look at those. I love that. Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's do this. And I'm loving this silver and this, whatever this color is. This color is making it almost like a dark chrome, like almost like a, what do you call this color? It'd be like mercury, almost mercury colored. Anyway, so the Kingsman is really tough, and we drew the Lonely Tree and the Nightmare Tree. Some people were telling us later that you can't have those two in the same. Did you see those comments, Mike? People were saying you can't have those in the same thing. You can't have the Lonely Tree and the Kingsman in the same encounter.
Maybe you can. Well, it's not the full Lonely Tree.
Right,
it's
but
just a terrain piece.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean,
read the rules, people.
Yeah, they didn't understand what we were saying.
Yeah, the Lonely Tree terrain piece just puts the Nightmare Fruit on the board to make the monster more difficult.
Yeah, I don't think people got that from I don't know if they understood that. Look at her. She's so beautiful. I love the silver next to her skin. It makes her seem even more ethereal and creepy. Do her little weird booby thingies. What? I don't know what to call them. They're like kind of like pasties, but not. Okay, she's got these weird wires. That's what they are. They're. I don't even want to think about having these things going on. Ouchie. I'm just taking the edge of my brush and getting the raised parts so that way, there we go. Cool. Really think we should try to do some little bit of OSL maybe. Because there's some of these little Eldar pieces, Eldar gems on her. I'm calling them Eldar gems just because they're shaped like that. But they're not, she's not actually an Eldar. I love this. Let's put this back with this. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. Look at that. Okay, let me look at chat. If you like Kingdom of Death, you should try Dark Souls. I've heard that's good, and I've heard that but again, we have Kingdom Death. So if we're gonna play something just like it, I want to play Kingdom Death.
Yeah.
It's such a
plus the money.
Exactly. We've invested so much in it right now. I mean, like, lots of money, guys. Like, whatever number you're kind of thinking of, probably double it. It's a legacy board game for us. That's, I don't know. It's too bad that my daughter doesn't enjoy it, or else it would definitely be like an heirloom. Might have to find somebody to will it to, because it's not something that I want to just have disappear into. All right. Aw, what is this? A raid? Aw, Mark Goodwin, thank you for the stream, or for the host. I appreciate that. All right, that's looking good. I'm just making sure to get all of the little silver bits around her painted, because some are being a little bit finicky. Get this arm. So I started playing this game with some friends, and we're streaming it. It is called, what the heck is it called? Zweihandler. Wait, Zweihinden? Like two-hander. Basically means two-hander. It's Zweihander. And have you guys heard of it? It's kind of like D&D, only it's dark and kind of like more like One World by Night, kind of like you lie probably more. You've only spent about $1,000 for all your 100 board games. Yes. Hi, Mark Goodwin. Yeah, I don't know if it's Viking, but it's definitely like kind of, I don't know. It's because it's like low fantasy is what I would call it. And anyway, I started playing online, and if I remembered offhand, what the name of the Twitch channel, I would tell you guys. I think it's, I have to look it up. But we're going to be playing Thursday night if you want to come watch. And my character's name is Zelina. And she's some kind of magic user character. I don't really know much about the system except for that it's like kind of, I mean, like rolling a character was like Roll Master. You guys remember that? Where you have to just have a chart for everything. All right, good, good. Getting places. Oh my God, I love it. Look at that skin next to that metal. Mike, look. Isn't that cool? Let me see. Gotta get the other boob part. That's pretty good. A little bit too much on my brush. I don't want to be too sloppy. Now you notice that we pinned her foot into the rock. That's actually not the way the model is intended to be pinned. And the reason why we did that was because I wanted to give her some stability. Oh, we got a subscriber. Kapaka, thank you so much for your subscription. I really do appreciate that. Looking awesome, thank you. 42. All right, thank you. Mad love. Let's get some hype. Can you give some hype, Mike?
Hype.
You gotta type it. Yeah, look at that. She looks really nice on camera. Holy cow. Lots of contrast. We're not even done with the colors. Oh, TD. Not nice. The show title just updated for me and was showing the old one. Getting good at identifying general aesthetic then. Good. So you understood what this model was going to be already before you even knew what it was? Yep, this is Celestial Genesis is the name of the company. Right there, Celestial Genesis. And we're painting Zhurong. I think that's how you say her name, Zhurong. And I'm sure there's some extra like pronunciation I'm missing because I don't speak Chinese, and I believe her sounds are supposed to be Chinese sounding, and I'm not 100% sure on that. All right, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I think I got everything except for the bottom half here. There we go. You really like using terrain from your D&D game, and that's your second biggest money sink outside of Kingdom Death? Yeah. I'm thinking, because like I told you guys, I don't have any commissions for the month of October, and I'm thinking about just, you know, doing some like easy D&D style miniatures and popping them up on eBay, you know, getting some of that bread and butter commissions. Two-handed, beidhändig. So it's zweihändig. Zwei. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I think that's what that means. I don't know. I just know the name of the game is Zweihänden. Zweihänden.
No, it's Zweihände.
Zweihände.
Pretty sure they call it just like the two-handed swords.
Okay.
Sword.
All right, that works. Bye. Yeah. Do Warhammer 40K stuff they sell? That's a possibility, but here's the problem. Think about how much those cost and how much people are willing to pay for the markup, right? I mean, the margin is much lower for those kind of minis. People, like I could get Reaper minis. I have Reaper Bones minis even that are, they might be like 60 cents a piece, right? And I paint one, even if I sell it for $5, I'm making profit. But with Warhammer, you spend $40 on a box of models, and if you will not make that big of a margin on them. Not unless you're like painting them, making them look like not so great, And that's not me. I don't really do very well painting down. But I think I might get a few. The markup's going to be higher than those though, for sure. All right. Whew, she's a lot of work. Oh my gosh. All right, let's look at this. I love this. Carapace, I think. What happens when we get this back on? Let's put this back on and see what this looks like. Now we got to do the blue. As much as I love the chrome, we have to have the blue. Gotta think like a business. I don't know, you double the money on Forge World model. Yeah, but doubling, here's the thing. How high did you pay it? Yes, it's the RPG, Mark Goodwin. How long did you spend on it? That's the thing. If you spend an hour on it, then you doubled your money, then that's awesome. Diomedes, hello. How are you? Look at what we're painting. She's awesome. Very cool. I can't wait to finish this. You're unlocking random emotes. Oh, very cool. Yes, board games is another possibility. The reason why I picked D&D minis is because those are the ones that people will hit buy on. They will insta-click. They'll buy those and Warhammer models. But again, there is some investment in Warhammer models, whereas I have a stock of D&D minis already that I don't need to. I mean, I also have a bunch of Dark Sword models. Look at this one. Hold on. Is she cute? She did not take me very long, but would you pay $25 for that? Absolutely. That's a good price for a nicely painted mini. Right? It didn't take me hardly any time. Right? What about this mouse? Again. And I can set the minimum at 20, and that will sell. Even if it sells for just the minimum, it'll still be a profit because, yeah. Add the yellow. You're right. I need to add the yellow. Now let me add the blue first because I wanna get that painted some more. There's a lot to add. Fungiford says that Zweihände is a type of sword, and that's what the name of the RPG is based on. Yes. You love this little mouse? All right, look at this guy too. So some of the things I already have painted, like this. I just put this on a little base. Pop that. I mean, this. I didn't finish it completely. I need to just put a base on it. Yeah, exactly. They're cheap. Let's see. I do have some cool old Eldar I need to do something with. Look at him. He's cool. Somebody might buy him. This little turtle. Little, you know, that didn't take me hardly any time. The other problem you have with Warhammer models is having to gauge the popularity. Yeah, exactly. These, I just need to throw them up on eBay. These, and like I said, if I sell one for $20, this one maybe not so much because I did put a lot more hours into him, but I have no use for him otherwise. So it's you know, it's a sale, even if it, you know, it does something. It's money, right? I can get money. I can get some of the money that I put back, so it won't be a total loss. That kind of thing. I don't have an eBay just yet, but you can look me up on eBay. Shoshie B1, I think, is my eBay name. Shoshie B1. Yeah. And it looks amazing. Ah, thank you. That's actually from the game. What's the name of the game? It's a board game with from Cool Mini or Not that has pirates. I can't remember. Does anybody remember? Oh, it was such a cool game too. It has pirates. All right, let me look at my box art. Really glad you picked up this Masters airbrush just to prime, but it's such a piece of crap. Oh, is it? Okay, got that arm done. Okay. Well, Rum and Bones. Thank you, Modal. That's exactly it. And that is a great game. Rum and Bones. Animal Pirate. Rum and Bones has mostly people, but there's a few animals in it. And that's another game I wouldn't mind having, Mike. Rum and Bones. It's pretty fun. It's a little bit involved for just 2 people, but you could find a group maybe that would be interested in that. I had somebody bring that to a game store where Mike had a tournament, and I got to play that while he was doing his tournament, and that was really awesome.
What that?
It was in Indiana.
Oh.
And you were doing Armada. I did a painting hangout, yeah, and one of the people I see every now and then at conventions. What? Look at all this cat hair! Holy cow! What is happening? Okay, sorry, I just got in the zone for a second there. Good. Seeing some talking. Oh, cute. I love that squid. My good one. You thought it was Pandarin from WoW. I feel like it came out after that, so it's possible that it was related. All right, this piece needs to go back here. Yep. Little piece of extra screw on the end of that one I need to cut off. Yeah, hair, I know, it invades everything, it does. That's why we have it as one of our emotes, because especially before we moved house and we got this place, we used to have, you know, the cats in the same rooms as the stream, and that just always, and you know, we always had cat hair floating around. This part here, good. The blue looks nice with her, doesn't it? All right, I'm looking. Oh, okay, so some of this is odd. All right, so this piece, I guess right here is supposed to be blue. Seems like it makes sense. It does appear more organic. I'm really looking forward to getting those abyssal busts in. We can start our paint along. I'm really excited about those. I told you guys we're getting those very soon. They got shipped this past week, and I hope they come really soon. I'm just kind of overbrushing that part. Ooh, I love it. This one is better, definitely. You can just imagine the sounds that she makes when she skitters across the terrain or whatever she crawls on. What about her legs? Okay, her legs have a lot of color on them, actually. I need to get in there and get her feet painted, but I don't know what color to make them just yet. I'm thinking gray. Maybe we'll just mix a little blue with our weird beigey pink color for her skin. Alice the Pet, what did I lose? What did I miss? Facts. Oh, shared this. All right, let me look, Los Torpedoes. I want to see. Yes, I'm excited. Your dead pony? What? Instagram. Oh, that's awesome. I love those colors. That's really nice. I like that it's purple with the green kind of ectoplasm coming up from behind him. That's neat. What are you most excited about for the paint along, Palace of Pep? What about it is cool? Is it that you want to paint that particular bust, or is it the chance to paint all of us all together? I really hope that people kind of get real creative and we get to see lots of different versions. And I'm going to be encouraging that in the paint along for people to do that. Yeah, that'll be really cool. All right, I'm not sure I'm painting the right things. Yes, I am. And then it goes up to this bit. I have a lot going on her legs, so I want to make sure that I'm painting the right stuff. And I might have to go in here and go back over with my silver a little bit. Now, are these round things? These round things are also blue. Get both of them first, and then I'll look at chat. I love it. There's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of little details on this girl. We're kind of doing a speed painted version of her. Maybe when I get done, I'll put her up on eBay. You think anyone would want her? Pretty cool. Kneecaps. Okay, so here's something interesting I just noticed. They sort of blended the metal in with, let's do that. Let's blend the metal in. Ooh. Oh, I love it. Yes. Mix a little blue with a little silver. Oop, that one's too silver. Now we can put the silver on. Better. I like it. Okay, let me look at check. Woo. Dropping things. Blue feet. Yes. I think I'm gonna do them gray. Let's do the feet right now and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I've got this kind of this greenish color that we use for our skin plus this weird mahogany mixed together. I'm gonna make it even more pale. And then I'm gonna just take a little bit of this gray or this blue. When I mix those together, I should get a gray. And that, yeah, that works a little bit. And what happens when I do that over the feet? That works. I may need to shade the feet a little bit. But I like that. I like that color. I need to add a little bit more blue though. Ooh, there we go. There's a dark gray. Let's do that. Yes. And it's harmonious because we mix colors that are already on the palette together. Well, I'm gonna be lazy and I'm gonna get everything on there. You can tell my painting stamina is about at the end. I'm gonna do the rocks in another kind of gray probably as well. Maybe even marble, or would that be too distracting? Maybe we need to not have too much going on. I think it might be too much. All right, good. I like that gray on her feet a lot. So I just love her skin tone. All right, I need to put my glasses on because I need to look at her. I think I need to glue this on now, or at least hold it up and see how here. So looking good. Good night, Los Torpedoes. Lost Torpedoes. Los Torpedoes. You learned so much from your class. Ah, okay, you're excited to learn more. And mostly paint solo, so you get to paint virtually with others will be fun. I think it'll be fun too. Really like painting busts, but you have limited space and it's easier to justify buying minis. That, yes, I agree that. But Alex, you can justify a bust once in a while because you can learn so many things that are going to help your minis. I'm just trying to enable you, okay? All right, I'm going to get some of this blue. And actually, I don't really like that blue. So I'm going to do this and see what happens. Ooh. I need to take most of the... That's it. I took most of the paint off of the brush. Now I'm kind of, like I said, I'm over brushing it a little bit. So I keep that texture. I like that. I do like that. That looks good. What time do we have, Mike? Okay. We did start a little early, so I may end here soon. Yeah, it has been. And I'm starting to lose stamina. What do you guys think about me beginning a little bit early and ending a little bit early? Do you like that, or should I keep it this time? Especially anybody who's from the West Coast or Australia. Definitely you guys weigh in, because I know you might like it if I don't start early. I want to hear what you have to say. Or does it matter? I know it gives my Europeans a little bit longer of a chance to watch, because they're not up so late. Ooh, I like that right there. That was cool. There's just a little bit of lighter paint in there. Go in here with the metallic. Pretty. What are they saying, Mike?
Start whatever time you want. Shoshie's Minis. I will watch and enjoy.
Oh, okay.
And that time works worse for all 4 Aussies.
Oh, sure. I knew. Yeah.
Pinkrick says they're on the East Coast. Like it at this time, as don't usually get online until.
Okay. That's interesting. I wouldn't expected that from East Coast, because
A person says earlier works better. So basically, there's all flavors.
yeah, that's what I expected. Well, for the paint along, I'm considering just streaming in one time zone to make it easier for me and to keep it consistent, because a lot of you guys are not going to be able to catch all the streams otherwise. And so I thought, maybe we should do it that way, just for that one topic. Kind of like my Friday time, because it gives me my whole day to do stuff. It's 4 to 7. It's still late for the UK, but it's Friday, so it's like mornings for Australians on a Saturday, so that's not bad. Okay. All right, I feel like I need to go in there with that ink again. Whatever this is again. What happens? Ooh, I love it. So pretty. Oof. Now, we do need to do the yellow, because look how boring this is right now. It's not like super doing anything for anyone. I mean, it's nice, but it doesn't grab your eyes.
Still like 5 colors.
Yes. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Let me see here. Let's look at her. Here. I like it. I'll be working on her. I'll work on her a little bit more, just to get her to the next stage. But I'll save the rest for Friday. basically I want to get all of the metals to this stage of this leg. So you got to see this whole leg, and then we're going to do the rest on the rest of the metals, and the rest I'll leave the base and I'll leave some of the other detailing. We'll leave the OSL, which I'm kind of thinking maybe orange. No, you're going to stick with yellow, so it's in line with the, look at the yellow on this spider here. It's just little beeps of yellow. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. This leg does look good. This leg is pretty much done, I'd say. All right, I'll take pictures. I'll put it on my socials. Let us look for somebody. Fun get forward. Is that how I say it? I don't know. I'm messing that up. I'm sorry. Thank you for the sub. There we go. See this number up here. Look, guys, this number up here is creeping up. It'd be great if we. I don't think we're gonna. What does it say? Does it say how many hours to go? I think we've got 1 hour to go. That's okay. All right, let's look for somebody good. Bear with me. You need to say, "Oh, I love it more when you paint." Yeah, you do. Instead of, you mostly say you need to strip it. Yeah, just fall in love with your painting. It will make a big difference. Oh, minus 72 hours. Yeah, I need to change that goal and take that out. We can take that out. So funny. We can take that out. Boom. There we go. Oh my gosh. All right, let's look and see who is on. Oops, not Facebook. I want to look at Twitch. There we go. Oh, I should turn off my airbrush. There we go. Who do you want to have? Who should we have? Today is Wednesday night, so it's kind of up in the air. Crocodile is on. Key lime is on. You guys want to watch an Australian or you want to watch a Canadian? All right. Let's see. What do you guys think? Key lime or crocodile? Yeah, we could do key lime. Let's do key lime. Besides, I need to tell him I've got the bust from Infinity that we're supposed to paint together, so we can go and tell him that. There we go. All right, let me switch music off. And we're going to switch back over here. All right, guys, be back. I'll be back on Friday, which will be my time. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit my mic. It'll be my time from 4 to 7 p.m. GMT minus 5. And I will see you, and then we'll work on some more of the Zhurong. All right, bye.